Here we go. We are live. Straight Politicking. I believe we're on episode 59, which we're going to talk about some Hoovers a little later.
Episode find out Hoover.
Almost every number in LA is a hood, huh?
Right.
Like, if I say 61, what do you think?
6-1 brand.
Yeah, but I the 6-1 brand, I think they had some 5-9s and some 6-1s, but it's the 6 deuces that really is...
Yeah, 5-9. You know, the 5-9 is still booming in Dago.
Well, hey, 7-7 is the most luckiest two digits in the system.
7-7 Inglewood family. 7-7 Mad Swan.
Yeah.
Every number.
Let me think. From 1 to 100, almost every number, huh?
Mm-hmm.
First Street.
First Street East Coast. Then you got the deuces, all the deuces. The threes, all the threes. Foes.
I think in the early numbers, like 11. I know 12th Street is
I'm on the 12th Street.
Yeah, there you go. The Sharkies, the Mexicans.
I'm on the 12th Street. Then 11, 111 neighborhoods.
And then you got 13 at East Side Treses, and then 14 is Canton. What about 15?
You got shit, Fire Line, Bonnie on us.
Oh yeah, 115th Street, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you know the 20s over here used to have a click, 15th Street, but it died out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they used to hit the 15 and the side, the 0, but I think the avenues had an issue with them because they was like, well, this is all avenues, and
so they ain't about to have it clicking within the click.
yeah, click within the click.
Right.
But I got some good photos of it. I was like, oh shoot, the youngsters done started something new over here. 15th Street 20s. All right, but yeah, we're on episode 59. I'm here with Munchie B, the mayor, and he is free.
Free as a bird.
He's free. I saw you on No Jumper after you got out, but you didn't really go into it too much about. They didn't really ask you, huh? What was going on?
Nah, Flacco tried and I was minimal, but I had some intake. I took something I shouldn't have took, and I was like stuck. Like, I don't know, I was real mellow. Like, no.
Oh, you had some intake or something?
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna say what, but I was like real, like I was real blasé. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I look back like, wow. Even the comments like, damn, something ain't right with Munchie. Like,
hey, can I get a pen, please? I need a pen. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about it, man, because I believe that was August the 19th or the 18th.
I can't really recall, but I do know it was like, oh no, it was the 16th, 17th.
Okay,
16th Saturday, the 17th Sunday. Yeah, it was the 16th.
Okay, I had just went to Pennsylvania. I believe I left to Pennsylvania on the 17th. 17th, early in the morning though. I was already on my way to the airport at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. So the 17th was Sunday.
Yeah, I got arrested on Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Right.
Late Saturday night?
Yeah, 16.
Okay.
Not too late, like 9 something.
Okay. Now, do you want to break down like what happened to you, where you were at, and how did the police get up on you?
All right. Firstly, I got an older homie named Dirty Red. He like the first generation of Inglewood family back when it was Chain Gang and all that. His name Dirty Red. Went to jail when he was 18. Did like 50 years and died in prison from a natural cause. Never met him. One of my older homies asked that I be there, right? So I went, you know what I mean? So when it comes to like gang members, you know what I'm saying? I'm the youngest person there. It was all older dudes, you know what I mean? If you was in your 40s, you never met them. You know what I'm saying? Like my big homies Rod Dog and Bisco, and like they never met him before, but you know, we all coming to pay our respects. You know what I'm saying?
So you had to be probably late 50s to even know Dirty Red.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So, cause he been gone for 50.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like people, China Dog, LB, Bonnie Hunter Frog, Lil Caesar, Denver Bam, Speedy from Lane. Like it was like a gang of decorated domos there. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was a cool little lineup there. So it was good vibes. You know what I'm saying? Everything was cool. And then we left from there. And then we went to, you know, the bar and grill. And I was entertaining some females, me and the homie from VNG, some females from Chicago. We was chopping up about their little culture, arca. And then, you know, the police, it was one car and walked right up on me. You know what I mean? Hey, Munchie, oh, you drinking? Come here. Hey, Munchie, and checked me and allegedly found a firearm. Not 2, but allegedly found a firearm. And it said I was drinking, which I wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
So you was in the parking lot of the bar and grill?
Right. But you got a weirdo say I was in a car with like somebody that's sick in the brain said I was in a car with 2 dudes in the back seat. They got out unfastening their pants, like some gay shit or whatever.
Do you think that whoever said that is literally making it up, or do you think he's being fed false information just to make him look dumb on the internet?
No. I believe he heard, however, he heard that I went to jail. And when he heard that, he assumed since Inglewood families congregated at Darby Park, I was there. So his first story was, he was at the park with the homies. The police came and they left him back there with some guns, ran, and he went to jail. That was his first story.
Yeah.
Then the second story, oh, he was in the parking lot of the bar and grill in the back of a car with 2 dudes. You know what I'm saying? And they got out the car, unfastened their pants, insinuate some gay things. The police pull up, he looked, and they ran. The police, got up on me. I was in the back seat, and what's up? Oh, it's 2 guns in the front seat. Like, just making up shit. So the dude is not there in the brain. You know what I mean? He just freestyling stuff, and he want to be a content creator, and this is the way he going about it.
So basically, he just speculated 100%, but then represented it as facts. Mm-hmm. And here we are, knowing that you didn't have 2 straps, just 1 strap. Allegedly
one strap.
Had 1 strap.
I was never sitting in the back seat of a car, and like, you know what I mean. Didn't nobody run and leave me nowhere. You gotta think about it. The whole crowd that went from this funeral to this parking lot, all these dudes is too old to be running, throwing guns, and you know what I mean. They not doing that.
So they saw you get gaffled though, the OGs.
Yeah, they seen me go to jail or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because the police, they nitpick with me. They've been doing this shit since I was a kid.
So how'd they did they get a call? A bunch of dudes hanging out in the parking lot?
What my lawyer read to me, used to be called the Bar and Grill, called 3 and Out. The three and out bar people called about people congregating in the parking lot. And then they pulled up and seen 40 to 50 something gang members. They hopped out, and that's when they seen me drinking, which wasn't alcohol. It was a styrofoam cup with water because I just took my medicine. And you know what I mean? Like, and that's why I was gonna go away, because I would out of 50 people, y'all just walk in the crowd, hey, Munchie B, and grab me, and I'm drinking water, sipping on a cup of water, just talking to 3 females and with the homie. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what was their probable cause to?
They don't have one.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm not worried about this at all. Like, cause I really was minding my business.
So they just came up on you. Oh, that's Munchie B. Let's gaffle him. Mm-hmm. No probable cause.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't have no incentive to mess with nobody else out there. Like I said, everybody out there is elder. You know what I'm saying? They came out for somebody that just did 50 years. You know what I mean? What? Let me see. When he went to jail at 18.
So I wonder if they got a call from the bar and grill, because that's private property.
Yeah. He got that. Yeah, I think they call it 3 and Out now or something. That's what they say on my thing. Like 3 and Out, people call, say it was congregating. Yeah, they got a call from them.
Yeah, I wonder. I don't know if that meets the level of
probable cause.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It depends on what the call says. If the call says there's a couple guys out in the parking lot fighting and arguing,
not at all.
Then boom, there's your probable cause.
Yeah.
Or they say there's guys in the parking lot drinking alcohol. That's their probable cause, even though it wasn't alcohol.
No, my lawyer read what said to me. Like, it was just like, it was like just they didn't want us in the parking lot. It didn't say nothing about no guns, no alcohol, no nothing.
Yeah, man. Well, a lot of people started speculating on the internet and just going wild with it.
I don't know where 2 guns. Like, they put 2 guns on me, like I'm a stash spot or something.
Nah, somebody must have fed him some false information to see if he was gonna be dumb enough.
I just think he just made it up. I don't think nobody fed it to him. I think somebody did tell him I went to jail. So when he heard to go to jail, him being a ex Inglewood family, he thinking, boom, oh, he was at Darby Park with the homies. I wasn't there.
It wasn't even Darby Park.
But then when he heard the real thing, the bar and grill parking lot, then he came back, oh yeah, and then he said he was in the back seat with 2, just you know what I'm saying, like putting gay shit in the mix, and I'm like, this boy crazy, man.
Yeah, man. Well, the typical big mouths on the internet and the pathological and compulsive liars, they had something to say about you and your arrests. So we're gonna start off with the first clip I want to play is a recent episode on No Jumper where Wack 100 is with Adam 22, and he lies. He goes on I'm really getting sick and tired of Adam, and I hate to say it, I never really spoke negative on Adam. But Adam, it's at a point where you're just literally allowing and platforming people who are lying to your face on a regular basis, and they're lying about other people that come on your platform. This dude is just lying about Munchie, and then you want Munchie to come up there because Munchie's the star, and you want Munchie to come give you some content, but you're gonna let this other dude just lie and lie and lie. Let's play clip number 1.
I said, bro, there's nothing wrong with a bail. You get a bail for a murder. Now, with something a little different is this dude getting ORs. And then I had the exposers go like dig into his history. We got all his history. This fool got a gang of ORs.
Wait, who?
All right, that was a short clip of Wack basically saying you got a gang of ORs, and then he let the exposures go deep into your history and found out that you had a gang of ORs. Now, we got a clip number 2 of another known pathological, compulsive liar, basically saying something similar. We got Snoopy BadAzz, and Snoopy BadAzz he can't stop. He just cannot stop. There's just something in his brain that says when he starts to run his mouth, let's start lying. Let's play clip number 2, please.
Just stay in jail, bro. And I'm gonna point something out to y'all that's fucking crazy. This is how you know that Munchie B is a rat. This right here. Every time this nigga catch a motherfucking case, he get out on a fucking OR. What do y'all got to say about that? Every time this nigga Munchie B goes to jail, he get an OR. I have never seen an active gangbanger get this many ORs, my nigga. How do an active gang member, hold on, let me get the other screenshots, homie. How do an active gang member, hold on, damn blood. I got this right here. He was caught with a burner in 2010. He was caught with a burner in 2022. In all these motherfucking gun cases that Munchie B catches, he get OR'd on. And then it goes away. We don't never hear about no probation. We don't never hear about him going to the pen. Y'all keep trying to make excuses for this snitch ass nigga, bro. Now it makes sense why this nigga was always on the internet trying to make me look like a rat, because I'm really not a rat.
All right, that's
blood really a rat. It makes sense now, bro. Because the bitch ass nigga, all his motherfucking cases, he get out on OR.
I said that's good.
He don't even have to bail out. So I'm sitting here and I'm.
All right.
No, I never heard that one.
Okay, so this is what's really bizarre about this allegation that you always getting ORs, because he's looking at your data. He is looking at your arrest history, and all he shows is one OR out of all these arrests from 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then all the way to 2022, 2021, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2025, the current one. There's only one OR out of all of these arrests that he's showing on the screen.
So what he's showing is an OR from 2021, and and when I go back to court, say remain on OR.
Correct.
Remain on OR.
Correct.
Remain, because it's a court date. I'm about to come back. Okay, Mr. Banks, okay, he's gonna remain on OR. It come back this and this and this date. Boom, I leave the courtroom. Next day I come back. Mr. Banks, okay, well, all right, we're gonna bring you back so and so day. He's to remain on OR. Boom. That's what that is, brother. That's what that is. But my thing is, who do the exposures consist of? Is it just weirdos from different states that met you on Clubhouse, Wack, and then they got apps that they pay for, they subscribe to, and they trying to dig? Is that the exposures? Because if you got the money you say you got, man, get some paralegals on your team that's gonna really like do the do. You know what I mean? Because it's the exposures. It's starting to sound dumb. He keep getting no R's. I'll bail out every time I go to jail. If I'm able to get out and I ain't on parole or probation, it's a bail that's made. It's a bail that's made.
Yeah. So this is really what I'm sure that there are people that watch his videos, and the couple thousand people that watch the video, and they can tell, hey, you only showing one OR. Let's say they leave a comment, hey, you only showed one OR. He'll delete that comment. He deletes anything that deviates from the narrative he's trying to present.
He can't delete these comments.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to delete anything over here. So I was astonished when I watched this. I decided, let me watch this 40-minute rant about all the ORs that Munchie B got, and all he did was show one case that was OR that went from late 2021 into 2022. That's it.
But he said, "Oh, you never go to the bro." I had a camp program that was a gun case. One time I did a county jail. Well, I got 270 days gun, and then I went to prison for a gun one time. I got 3 times where I got sentenced to do some time for a gun. Then I think I got probation before, like some, but what are y'all looking for? Because if y'all looking for some, some snitching shit, you're not gonna find it. It's not gonna happen. That's what I'm saying. Wack, you're whack. If you got the bread and the resources you claim you have, find what you need to find, because you got a lot to work with. It's a lot of cases, from shootings to robberies to gun charges, bro, assaults. Look through it and try to find something, please. You know what I'm saying? And then what? All right, if I've been shot on 6 different occasions and nobody ever came forward, hey, he told on me about it. Y'all gotta stop it, man. Y'all reaching, but it's one of them cases when you a cheater and then you blame your spouse for everything because you doing wrong. Y'all the ones that told, so y'all trying to, put that energy on somebody else, bro. Just kill it, man. Y'all need to just knock it off, brother.
Yeah, it's really unusual how little bit of information that someone like Snoopy BadAzz can represent on your arrest, and then take that leap that, oh, he's a snitch now, without any snitch evidence, without any snitch paperwork. And I know he's upset because nobody believes him anymore.
Nah, cause he wasting all them. He probably got a pacer. He probably got all the little things you can subscribe to. You feel me? Paying this money month, licking Ascari Banks. Oh, 10, 20, 80. I tell y'all my first and last name. It's not a secret, right? I'm giving you a go and you can't find nothing.
All right, let's go through some of these cases that he put on this video. I made screenshots of all these cases that this dude put in the video, and I'm going to try to do this in chronological order. So the first case here, or the first screenshot, is something from, you got sentenced in June of 2009 to 24 months probation. So this must have been a case prior to 2009, but that's one screenshot. June 12, 2009, you got sentenced to 24 months for something.
All right. That was possession of a burglary tool, and I got summary probation. You know what I'm saying?
What's a burglary tool? I thought
it wasn't a burglary tool.
Something that they
you could literally buy this from AutoZone. But back in the days, granted, we used to use them to break windows and to be quiet.
Oh, the
little center punch.
Oh, them little
it's originally used to put holes in wood.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And you can put the nail straight through. So you put it to the window, it got a spring in it, and and you just push it through. So I got caught with that. They took me to jail for a burglary tool. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
And I took 24.
You didn't think about fighting that one?
Nah, cause it was 24 months summary probation.
Okay.
Then later on, I end up catching a robbery case with my co-defendants, and then it's been so long. I think I still have to go to court for it for some reason, or maybe I took whatever. It has some 24 months summary probation with burglary tool or some shit.
All right, so he got another case here. April 24th, 2016, Torrance Courthouse.
I really don't remember that one. I think that might be something me and my baby mama was some little. We got into some domestic violence thing, because I know that happened twice or whatever.
And then earlier in the same year, from the same screenshot, May 13th, 2016. It's a whole different case number. It starts with ING, Inglewood Courthouse.
That was a gun case. That's right after our interview that me, rest in peace, Red Bull, and Baby Dot did. So after that, that's when that case came about. I caught that case. I was at Darty Park or whatever.
Okay, and then another case off this same.
That case was not an OR. I bailed out on that case though. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't an OR.
Okay.
That the Torrance thing, anything to do with me and my ex-wife, baby mama, is OR. Like we was getting into it, the police came or some shit.
Then you got another case here from, this is off of one screenshot, by the way. August 27th, 2010, Inglewood Court.
I don't remember that because I know I was in the county jail from 2009 to 2010. I got out and I don't remember August or whatever.
Then you have April 5th, 2010, at the airport court.
See, this all before I got shot. I was on demon time. I can't remember 2010 LAX. Hold on. You said what? Hold on, what date?
April 5th, 2010.
Nah, yeah, I don't remember.
And then 2 months before that, February 2010, airport court.
I got out. February 2010, I got released for our case was dropped. Me and 3 males and 1 female, all my co-defendants, we all got the case dismissed. I was in there from June 2009 to February 2010. That we all got released that date.
Okay. So that's one screenshot.
Yeah.
Let's see. Then he's got let's see here. The next case, something that happened on November 12th, 2010. Damn, we're talking about 15 years ago. It says here, possession, firearm, felon, or addict. Possession of firearm by felon or addict. That's November 12th, 2010.
Hey, man, I got a lot of gun cases, bro, but no, I go to the county for my shit or I bail out. So I shit probably.
Okay. The next one, this is the OR case. This must be, you were in court on October 7th, 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And you went to court November 10th, November 24th, February 24th, March 14th, then March 15th. I never heard of going to court on back-to-back days, the 14th to the 15th, unless it's trial, 14th to 15th. But it says on each one of these dates, you remain on OR.
Yeah, so that's when he keeps saying, I keep getting OR in this one case.
Yeah, so he doesn't know how to read these police reports or these court reports.
I mean,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 OR dates off of one case.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that, I don't know if Wack is giving this to him or he's doing this himself, but these guys don't even know how to read these court papers.
I think the exposures need to step their game up. For real, like the exposures, he need to fire all the exposures and come new with like a new group. You know what I'm saying?
So far, all of these reports that he's been showing.
But how many ORs have you run across?
Just one.
In 2021.
It's the 2021 one.
Okay.
That's the only, and this is the only OR he presented in his video. So I don't know. I don't know if he doesn't know how to read. Maybe he thinks that when this case is like multiple cases, it's obviously the same case. It's all under one. It's on one page, and these are all court dates of the same case. So, and then the last one, let me see. I think there's one more. This last screenshot even goes back further. February 18th, 2009, Inglewood Court. Then you got July 28th, 2008, Compton Court. Then you have March 7th.
2008. That was 2000. That was a gun case.
Okay.
I got 270 days for that one.
And then March 7th, 2011. That's a LA case because it says Clara Shortridge Faults. That's CCB. March 7th, 2011 on that. Those three are on, is it 3? Yeah, those 3 cases are on this one screenshot that he presented. And then You have possession of firearm by a narcotic addict in 2020, March 26, 2020.
March 26th or September 26th?
My bad. September 26, 2020.
I remember that because the village towns Pyros be having an event every, you know what I'm saying? So I remember that exact day, you know what I'm saying? Me and my bro together, you know what I'm saying? They had us as co-defendants. We bailed out. They didn't file the case. Then they mailed us something saying we had to come back. Like, so they ended up picking it up. We ended up coming back. We went to court, and then I think it's on there say they dropped it as lack of evidence.
They dismissed the case lack of speedy trial.
Right. You know, we put pressure. That's what I'm saying.
So they did that 2 years later, March 16th, 2022.
Like, bro, listen. We fought a case like COVID. Bro, I just want Cash Jones to step his game up and get your exposures to do an extensive look on the Scary Banks and find some paperwork with him telling on somebody or even implicating somebody. Not implementing, implicating somebody.
Yeah. They did a terrible job. Both of them guys did a terrible job. And at least Snoopy did it on his own platform, so there's no one to blame but him. But Adam allows Wack to come on a very massive platform to just spew misinformation.
Hey, but what I could say, Adam the only one that give him pushback though. All the platforms he go to, Adam the only one go combat him though.
But he would have.
I don't hear Vlad say nothing back.
He would have to give pushback almost every episode, and he don't do that every episode.
Yeah, I don't watch the Adam and Winnie 100 show. See, only time I'm like my name come up, then somebody send it to me.
And then we got another clip that we'll play in a minute. But to wrap this up, they need new exposers because this is all one OR case, y'all. One OR case. And now this is the second OR case
that I got recently
that you have. And ORs are not unusual. Even if you're a felon, an OR is not unusual.
But the thing is, I'm in the back. I talked to my lawyer. My lawyer read the like, okay. She read what the police saying. She said, "What is this? More or less?" I explained to her X, Y, and Z. She go out there. She say her 1, 2, and got me an OR. This case is gonna go away, bro. I wasn't supposed to be bothered. I wasn't doing anything. Right? There's no probable cause for anything. And on top of that, didn't nobody run and leave any guns by me. Didn't nobody, these gentlemen, my older homies, they're too old to be running and hopping gates or throwing guns, and they not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Wack, Cash, man, maybe we need to talk, brother. You need to, come on, bro. Somebody need to pat you on the back and talk to you like a little kid, bro, because you doing too much to be nearly 50, my nigga.
Now, Wack's days are numbered, man. Mark my words, his days are numbered. What's her name? R&B's tired of him. She's going to leave him soon.
Man, R&B gonna come to me. I know how to treat a woman, for real.
R&B could probably go to almost every single content creator in our space outside of Wack and get treated better.
Hey, R&B. How you say that? Rakita?
Rakita, yeah.
Rakita, baby, I could treat you well. You know, so we could sit down, steak 48, have a nice dinner and all that. You know what I'm saying? You know, like seafood, we could hit Ocean Prime or whatever you trying to do. You know, we could do it up.
You gonna spend a little money, huh?
I mean, if you messing with me, if I'm eating, we go eat. You know what I'm saying? I like to eat at nice places. We go to Eddie V's and, you know what I'm saying, eat a nice steak. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know why she's still dealing with the dude, because, you know, Kimberly, his ex-wife, well, they're still married. I'm sure that.
Are they?
Yeah, the divorce hasn't been finalized, but that's her goal. She got up out of there. So when you see somebody like her get up out of there, that should have been a red flag for anybody, R&B or whoever. That's a red flag. And now she's seeing the wrath of one of the most horrible people that's on the internet right now. And you know, we're gonna pray for you. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna pray for you.
I would never have nothing negative to say about Kimberly Ross. I would never have nothing to say about the soon-to-be ex-wife of Kaz Jones. I wouldn't say nothing negative about her or her daughter. You know what I'm saying? But It's good that she divorced him and got away from this man. You know what I'm saying?
All right, this guy, Wack 100, is such a horrible person and pathological liar. We can stay on the same episode of the Adam and Wack show for this next part. That he's repeated this multiple times. He's repeated how you and I linked up. He's repeated this lie, this story that he just made up, and then even I think Adam said, "Oh, it sounds good." Adam did say he don't believe it, but it sounds good.
Right.
Man, I don't care if it sounds good. It's just this guy shouldn't even have a platform to say any of these things. But before we talk about it, Munchie, let's play clip number 3.
You and him are like the blood Game of Thrones.
You got. I put him on. I put the dude on.
How?
Listen, we in Rockstar room, right? What's the little weirdo dude that didn't work with the district attorney? Alex Alonso, right? The big that got rolled up, marked out in the doves, right? PC'd up. I pack his ass up on Clubhouse so bad, he struck all my media team. When at Rockstar got a clip up explaining that, hey, I didn't know Wack was gonna do you like that, right? Couple days later, Munchie coming in, trying to question me about some issues I got with somebody else. I packed him up bad. It was bad. To his mother or grandmother came in the back saying, boy, you're using up all the Wi-Fi. You could hear this shit in the background. So I didn't win at Alex. A couple days or a week later, I go at Munchie. Next thing I know, these dudes trauma bond. And Alex brings him to his show and starts letting him work up there.
That's how they started.
That's how they started.
I'm sure they will reject that version of events.
Okay, I tell you what, this is what we can do.
I like it.
This is what we can do.
Okay.
We can show Munchie's first day working with Alex.
What they were talking about?
His first day. No, this is first day.
So you're saying that...
And we can show when I pack Alex up, pack Munchie up, is right prior to. Next thing you know, wasn't nobody talking about no fucking Munchie B. I made him go viral.
Their podcast was created as an op pod to Wack.
That's a fact. They trauma bonded.
Okay. Trauma bonded is hilarious.
Bro, some real shit. And then,
Come on, Adam. This dude is lying in your freaking face, and you are entertained by it. I guess we're entertained by the lies. Is that what it is?
Adam knew that was cap, though.
I know, but Adam should be... Why are you on this show lying? Let's get to some real topics. We got a lot of news going on. We got dudes getting indicted. We got rap news. But you want to come on here and lie about Alex Alonso and Munchie B.
Okay, all right. Before we get to the meat and potatoes, right? All right, let's think. No jumper. You got Monday, Wednesday, Friday is the news, right? Okay, you got the Tuesday show, which I'm on. And you got Thursday, it's another No Jumper show with another group of people that's a No Jumper show. So them 2 shows. Okay, and then on Thursday, you got the Adam and Wack show. When you talk about things like revenue, street politics, and all that through all the other week, what do Weenie 100 and him got to talk about? All they gonna talk about is propaganda like loose cannon, Sharice Mills. He gonna bring up Munchie B repeatedly. He gonna act like he don't know who Tania is. Who, the girl? The girl with the daughter? But no, exactly who he do. So you could really call the Adam and Wack show is like the propaganda show.
It's the Jerry Springer show, bro.
But see, all the things you talking about they could talk about, it get talked about all throughout the week. It's the Adam and Wack show that's the problem. It's that bullshit. That show is bullshit. And then half the people that's watching, they not watching because they like Wack, because half of the viewers don't agree with him.
I know.
They all think he bullshit.
Yeah, they just there for the clown show.
Because he's a clown.
Yeah, they're there for the clown show, unfortunately, Wack 100. And you know what's bizarre? You go to his own channel. Forget about No Jumper. Go to his channel and read his own comments from his fans, his followers. And, bro, they don't even like you. You are the most disliked dude on the internet. And that's why I say your day's a number. But let me give some dates and some timeline here. This pack out that he did of me. All he did is come in the room when I was in the middle of a conversation with
Hold on. But me and him had words on he said you further. Me and him went back and forth. No, I ain't gonna say. All right, he picked an argument with me on Clubhouse long before he crashed Rockstar Room with you.
Okay, so
big gap.
Let's break these dates down because I looked it up.
Okay.
I found the apology that Rockstar gave me, which was just a couple days later, a video.
So Rockstar didn't stand. Oh, I can't control Wack, dude.
No,
that's a lie.
He didn't even say that.
Okay, lie.
That was October of 2023. October 30th of 2023, Rockstar posted the video apologizing to me for letting Wack come in there and just disrespect the whole room in the middle of an interview on a topic that had nothing to do with him. This dude wasn't even a topic. He just came in there and I don't even remember what he did, but as soon as he started screaming and yelling, I was like, all right, I'm out of here, Rock. I'm out.
If you don't know what's going on, I had Alex Alonso on the platform last night from StreetTV. Shout out StreetTV. And, he come through, we chop it up, you know what I'm saying? We've been staying close in contact with each other. So he decided to come on the platform. Mind you, this wasn't a planned interview. This wasn't none of that. He come through, he asking what the topic is. We talking about certain topics. I give him the flow because I give this man his flowers. I feel like, he been in the content game way before any of us. You know what I'm saying? He been hopping out in hoods and he been doing interviews. He been doing this since the 90s. So, this conversation I felt like needed to be had for needed to be had for some people that's in this game that's transitioning from the streets to this podcasting game. Now, we had a good probably 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then Wack comes in. Wack comes in. At this particular time, I'm asking Alonso about Munchie B because he hired Munchie B. Munchie B has a podcast over there on his platform. Now, mind you, we're all familiar with the Munchie B story. We're all familiar with. We're past this. We're not even bringing nothing like that up. We're just asking him, how did you get in tune with Munchie? What do you see in Munchie? Just little stuff because he's a podcaster. But Wack is in the goo. Wack comes up, and then Wack hits him with the peanut butter jelly, and kind of throw the whole room off. If not, did throw the whole room off.
And that's why I won't talk to you, bro. You just told Adam on the episode, Alex don't even want to have a conversation with me. Because, bro, every time we on the phone, whether we're private or we're on some stupid platform, all you do is end up yelling and screaming. You don't respect anybody whose skin color is similar to yours. You don't do that to Vlad, and you don't do that to Adam. You would never do that to Vlad or Adam. I dare you, Wack, to go off on Adam, go off on Vlad the way you go off on everybody else who's the same color as you. That's why it's a waste of time for me to get on the phone and talk to you. That's why when you call my phone, bro, I hang up. So that was October 2023. When did you and him have that spat on Clubhouse?
I don't know. It was like early, it was like 2021 the end or something like that. It was like around the time Slim 400 died in 2021, so it was like 2021, bro.
Okay, so in October of 2023, when he did this quote unquote,
I was already working for StreetTV, bro.
Correct. In fact, the same month of October 2023, you was on episode 17 of Richard Hart. Episode 17. So what's that, like 3 months in?
Right.
Or no, that's almost 4 months and 16 weeks. So you're already in the 5th month of Richard Hart by October 2023.
Right.
And bro, me and Munchie been rocking with each other almost a decade. And let me see, do I have a screenshot of some of your interviews here? I'm gonna drop the screenshots. I think I did this before, of you trying to say Munchie B wasn't even talked about. Munchie B has got more views. Let me see if I got this right. You've got more views on your early interviews than he has ever got on any interview he's done on his own. I don't think he's got an interview on his own that has cleared 200,000 views.
Woo!
I think you got 3 or 4 or 500,000 views on
three or four interviews.
3 or 400,000 views on a couple of clips on StreetTV.
Right.
And then you cleared over 100 and something thousand views Cinemills. And just like we could just take maybe 5 or 6 of your best clips, it's over 1 million views. He can't get that unless he's sitting at the table with Adam lying about something.
Okay, we trauma bonded, right? Okay. My first interview that did very well with Alex Alonso was in what year?
2016.
2016. That's what I'm saying. So we came together because he quote unquote packed. I don't even know what that mean really. Packed us out.
I'm gonna call it a digital pack out because you can't pack nobody out over the phone or on the internet. A pack out is when you in my face and you and somebody else do something to me. A pack out is I'll say 3 or more people. That's what we used to call a pack out. I got packed out. If you got packed out, I mean 3 people jumped you. At least. If 2 people jump you, I wouldn't call it a pack out. That was just a 1-on-2. One person can never pack out another one person. You just got beat up.
Listen, I have verbal spats on that Clubhouse app with Wack twice, I believe. The very first one had to be like the end of 2021 or the beginning of 2022. What he talking about when he crashed the room when you was dialoguing with Rockstar is the date you said in 2023.
Correct.
So I'm trying to figure out how they, you know what I'm saying? And he put it on Paru, bro. I'm all of them, believe it. I'm from Blood, Brim, and Paru, and you just blew up the P. And these dudes that them same 4 people that follow you around, they should be on your bumper, but they not. I'm not gonna call their names, but them same 4 people that follow you around, they should be holding you accountable, but they don't. And what that say about them though? Cause they be off camera while you on camera blowing up the P. You be blowing up Pyro every weekend on the Adam and Winnie 100 show. So I'm like, I don't know.
So you got 404,000 views on clip number 1 of our first interview. 404,000.
Sheesh, check me out.
And he's over there buying views on the 100 YouTube channel. Buying views, bro. That's a fact. Maybe we'll do it. That's a whole nother topic. But buying views. I'm looking here at another clip that you did that I want to say cleared 300,000, 400,000. But the point of the matter is Wack 100 cannot do 400,000. You can't even get 300. You cannot do 300,000 even when you're on No Jumper with 5 million subscribers sitting across the table with Adam. You cannot do 400,000.
I got shorts on StreetTV that do more numbers than what he do.
Oh yeah, we got million view shorts and
that do more numbers than Winnie 100, bro. Come on, man, stop playing.
And it just lets you know how disconnected he is in terms of the streets, being from Pacoima. I don't want to say this for all people from Pacoima, but if you were tapped into the streets, if you had your ear to the streets in 07, 08, 09, 2010, you heard of Munchie B. Right. It's just, there's no way you didn't hear Munchie B 08, 09, 2010. It's impossible. And if you're saying I never heard of Munchie B, then you weren't in LA.
Hey man, but he's saying I made him. I take it as a compliment. I'm the reason why he popping. So you think I'm popping, Wack? Bro, I'll take that. But I'm getting shout out in Joe Moses and RJ songs long before I met you on multiple different occasions. I didn't even know Greedo. When Greedo was Gritty Giddy, he shouted me out on songs. Munchie B, I didn't even know him at the time. Like, this is years ago. Maybe you was driving trucks or you was wherever you at. But I've been like I was a notable person, bro. So man, you wasn't responsible for nothing, bro. I don't know what you talking about. I don't.
I just found the second clip to that interview.
Which one?
The first interview we did in 2016. I did 2 parts on that.
Okay.
632,000 views.
On the what? The first one or the second one?
I think that was part 2. 632,000 views, part 2 of 2. So that means people knew who you were. Before he even came to the internet, people knew who you were. So now we're not gonna let this dude get a.
Hey, bro, Poetic Flacco said, I was hearing about you when I was in North Dakota. Flacco, Poetic Flacco, the fat messy dude. He said, bro, I was hearing about Munchie B when I was in North Dakota. I was in college. Man, stop playing, Wack, bro. You just a hater, man.
Now every time people say why are we talking about Wack, I'm gonna talk about Wack.
Wack talk about us.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about Wack. I don't mind you talk about me. That's cool. But when you lie,
hey, how about this though? Cause it ain't no violence. A little fist to cut, little knuckles. Me, just lock the doors and come with whoever you want to come with, and Alex come. Alex will beat your ass. I guarantee you. The DA, the dropout, all the things you call them. I give. I don't have the money you have, Wack, but I bet I bet 10,000 that Alex would dust you off, bro.
He don't want none.
What? Hey, bro. Lil John, Esau Fruittown. Hey, look. Have him pull up. Lil John be there. You know what I'm saying? Who come with? It's no weapons or anything. It's all good. You know what I mean? Just a couple fists. They just did it the other day. Black Belt Brandon got down up there. So the same way, a less crowded crowd. You know what I'm saying? Alex will dust you off on Pyro. He'll fuck you up.
I'll do it for Jay Diggs too.
What? Do it for Diggs on everything. Shout out Jay Diggs. Shout out to Crash. Shout out to Bay, man. But we already put that out there before. You see, he ain't say none of that. He never responded.
Nah, he didn't. But I'm gonna make a clip of that. Post that.
All right.
All right. Let's move on to this Hoover indictment, man. I believe this is the first time any gangs in Los Angeles have been indicted for sex trafficking. You know, individuals may have been, but not
a gang,
not a group of people from a hood in LA. First time where sex trafficking is part of the RICO. So I got my hands.
Kind of cliche though, because they hood is like it's a track Fig. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and this should be a warning to all the other hoods that are off of Fig that are involved in the same activity. They coming. That's all I'll say. And I don't wish that on anyone. I don't wish that on any set or any individuals. But the reality is, if you don't get off the streets right now, they're coming. And that's just my message to all the boys and girls out there. Don't join gangs. If you in a gang, fall back unless you don't mind going to prison or jail or the county jail, the feds.
Facts.
But they're coming. In today's day and age, with the technology that the police have, with the cameras that are all over the place, with the all our phone calls are being recorded, all our DMs are being saved. You think, oh, let me talk to this person using FaceTime DM. I've seen so many cases where people are talking about criminal activity using Facebook DM, thinking that, oh, okay, it ain't gonna get tapped. But then all they do is subpoena all of the Facebook DMs, and they're right there for us to see.
Hey, look, I got a homie. I ain't gonna say his name, but he on social media. He got an Instagram with no post. All he do is watch, and he posts like memes on his story because his whole case was surrounded around social media. He know damn well they can check your DMs, and he kind of Spooky Johnson of participating in social media. So he got followers. He follow people. 0 posts, and all he do is post memes on his story, bro.
Yeah,
like they what you put in your DM is not a secret. Your close friends, it ain't just close friends or whatever you think it is. So just to let people know.
I think one of the only things that might protect you is using something like Signal as a.
I don't know what that is.
It's an app for text.
Well, don't give up the game, then. let it stay private.
Well, I'll say this: there's a few apps that are specifically designed that do not save data. They do not save data.
Okay.
Instagram saves your data. Even if you delete it, it saves your data. Facebook, same company, it's owned by Meta, saves your data. Twitter saves your data. YouTube saves all your data.
It's funny about you saying they what by Meta?
Meta owns Instagram and Facebook now.
I got some Meta Ray-Bans on right now. And that's crazy. So if I record some crazy shit on these Meta glasses, shit, I guess they got it, huh?
All right, so we got the United States of America versus 11 folks. Amaya Armstead is the lead defendant. Here's another thing. It's the first time I've ever seen a female as the lead defendant in a federal indictment when there's a whole bunch of other men.
What about the girl, the drug queen pin?
Well,
Marco lady.
Is she from LA?
No.
Okay, I
don't know where she from.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But in terms of all the LA cases, and I got at least, I've read over 100 of these. Mm-hmm. Amaya Armstead, a.k.a. Lady Duck. Keandre Young, a.k.a. Young Poke. This ain't the same Young Poke that we know from rapping?
No.
Okay. Naziz Harris. And this is funny. They got their AKAs off of their social media. So this person, Najee Harris, they put his Instagram, aka Rich Off the Bitch, aka, and then his name is N4. His street name is N4. Then they got N4 Presidential. They got 3 AKAs for him. Avery Amoaka, aka Hands, aka Hands Secure Payments. Jared Evans, aka J Money. Matthew Brooks, aka Buddha, aka Vermont Star.
Hold on. What? What the last one?
Matthew Brooks, Buddha, and Vermont Star.
Okay.
Then we got one that we all know and love from the Baby Stone Gorillas. That's Darrell Robinson, P4K, a.k.a. Popcorn. Jalon Phillips, a.k.a. Waymo, Paymo, Chop'em, and Waylon. Brian Isrel, Isrel. Brian Israel, a.k.a. Folok. I'm reading it like a white person for a second. Forlock. No, it's Forloke. Figafo, and Notorious FIG. Oh, that's a nice one, though. Notorious FIG. He's definitely from Hoover with that name. And then Tahan Gray, a.k.a. Tiny 3. And the last defendant on this case is Tommy Crockham. No, I'm sorry. Tommy Crockham, or Crockham, a.k.a. Tommy Guns. All right, so Amaya Armstead, known as Lady Duck. Okay, the first paragraph just identifies them. Others known and unknown to the grand jury were members and associates of an organization known as the Hoovers. We know that not to be true. We know about half of them are really Hoovers. A couple of them aren't Hoovers at all, but I guess they're associates if they're engaged in activity. The Hoovers are an organization, criminal organization, gang engaged in illegal activities, but not limited to sex trafficking of minors, sex trafficking through force, fraud, coercion, narcotics, money laundering, assaults, robberies, kidnappings, and other crimes. The Hoovers operated in the Central District of California and elsewhere. The Hoovers organizations, including its leaders, members, and associates, constitute an enterprise as defined by Title 18 of the United States Code. Cash App is a licensed money service business, which is a financial institution pursuant to 31 U.S.C., which is engaged in or the activities of which affect interstate or foreign commerce. So they're basically saying, look, they got all the Cash App data. I know for a fact because Cash App has got to adhere to the same laws that banks adhere to. They're saving all your data. You cannot even delete anything you do in Cash App. That's being saved forever. So obviously they subpoenaed all the Cash App records and got all the money transfers. Background of the racketeering exercise. I ain't going to read this whole thing. It's 155 pages. Link to the entire indictment will be in the description or in the show notes of this podcast. But the Hoovers were a criminal street gang, and if you want me to stop at any point, Munchie, just tell me to stop. The Hoovers were a criminal street organization formed in the late 70s that later became part of the larger West Side Crips. They eventually split into two factions, the Gangster Crips and the Neighborhood Crips. And the Hoovers aligned themselves with the Gangster Crips. All right, they're going to give a whole history here. They always get the history wrong.
Hoovers, they said late 70s?
Did it say late 70s?
Yeah.
No, the Hoovers actually were, I'll say 69, 70.
Yeah, they said late 70s.
Yeah, the history part is always incorrect.
They gang department is bunk.
Yeah, so paragraph 5. At the time of this indictment, all the Hoover sets, except for the Five Deuces, claim allegiance to the Hoover criminal gangsters. Paragraph 6. The Hoovers had many rivals, including but not limited to the 30s, 40s, 60s, 90s, Hunnits, 5-7 Neighborhood Crips, Menlos, 102 Budlong. All right, we know all their rivals. The Hoovers have approximately 1,800 members. The Hoovers claim a territory in the city of L.A., bounded by Vernon to the north, Imperial to the south, 110 to the east, and Vermont to the west. That's not 100% true because there's a couple of sets in there, like the Menlos, that are sprinkled within this whole little section. All right, so they give you the geography of the Hoovers, the sets of the Hoovers. They got some photos of graffiti. They got in paragraph 9, they break down the clothing the Hoover Astros had, the orange. Now, they showing more photos. These are all photos taken directly from social media. They got all of these social media photos in the indictment. Paragraph 14, to further demonstrate their membership and allegiance to the Hoover enterprise, members would often refer to each other as Groove or Groover, as homage to the gang's origins. More background and history. Let's get to the actual offenses. Paragraph 20, Hoovers largely controlled sex trafficking and prostitution in the Figueroa corridor. Members and associates of the enterprise act as pimps. To promote and manage sex trafficking, pimps exploited commercial sex acts of victim sex workers, including minors, for the pimp's own personal gain and on behalf of the enterprise. Okay, so they're going into what pimps do. And back, we're going to scroll down to paragraph 23. To start working for a pimp, a victim was required to pay a choosing fee. That is a payment for the privilege to work for that pimp. Victims were taught that once they choose a pimp, they were not permitted to speak to or even look at other pimps, and they would face grave consequences for violating this rule. Similarly, if a victim attempted to leave her pimp, she was required to pay an exit fee or face grave consequences. That's paragraph 23. The first thing it makes me think about is when your homeboy, former pimp, Perrion talked about how one pimp could break another girl and get her away from another pimp, and it happens all the time. Every pimp has lost a chick or two.
Every pimp had been knocked off by another pimp.
But this paragraph says you ain't supposed to do that, and there's grave consequences for doing that. But happens all the time.
The homie Perrion, which is a former pimp these days, he said he knocked sharp for a couple bitches before. back in them days.
All right. Paragraph 24. Generally, if a person who was not a Hoover wanted to engage in pimping or sex trafficking activities in Hoover's territory, including the Figueroa corridor, they were required to be in good standing with the Hoovers or to have Hoover's permission to do so. If a non-Hoover pimp sex trafficked in Hoover's territory without the Hoover's authority to do so, that pimp would be risked of being robbed and assaulted by Hoover pimps. This is funny. They're saying Hoover pimps having his sex worker robbed and assaulted by Hoover pimps, or having his sex worker knocked. Hey, they used the word. Having his sex worker knocked, meaning recruited away from him to work for a Hoover or a Hoover associate pimp. So there you go. In the next paragraph, they use the correct term, knocked, which is what paragraph 23 talked about. All right, I'm going to scroll down here. Paragraph 26. Hoovers also continually engage in distributing controlled substances, including oxycodone, promethazine, codeine, benzodiazepine, alzopropone, and fentanyl. Hoovers often referred to promethazine with codeine as TRIS, T-R-I-S, shorthand for Tris Pharma, Inc., the pharmaceutical company that manufactured promethazine with codeine. They often refer to oxycodone pills as Perks or Yerks, which are also shorthand for Percocet, a brand name for oxycodone pills. Hoovers illegally diverted pharmaceutical drugs by recruiting fake patients to obtain and fill prescriptions for highly sought-after controlled pharmaceuticals. All right, so I'm going to scroll down here to paragraph 28. Hoovers were known to utilize Cash App and Apple Pay. This is where everything you do digitally is going to be saved and will be used against you. They use this as a means of receiving and transferring criminal proceeds. The vanity names of these financial accounts often referenced a Hoover's member's moniker. Oh, my goodness. They use their real monikers to transfer money, allegedly, from account to account. Hoovers often directed their sex trafficking victims to deposit the proceeds of their sex work into the Hoover members' Cash App account. The Hoover's members would then use these proceeds to further promote their criminal activities, such as arranging Uber rides for sex trafficking victims, procuring hotel rooms, and paying for food and condoms. Sometimes enterprise members directed sex workers to send Cash App payments to a different enterprise member, who then funneled the money to the intended recipient to layer illegal proceeds transactions and frustrate efforts to trace victims' proceeds to their pimp. All right, so that's just page 15 of this indictment. It goes 155 pages. On page 17, they got a picture of P4, and they're alleging, here it says, many enterprise members identified as rappers and produced rap music and videos. These songs and videos often glorified the Hoovers and pimping lifestyles, narcotic sales, firearm possession, thereby elevating the reputation of the enterprise. Some enterprise members did not claim the Hoover's name, but participated in and contributed to the enterprise, including putting in work which involved criminal activities, including shooting and assaulting enemies of Hoovers, committing robberies, obtaining firearms, distributing drugs, etc., etc. So, and on that page, they showed a picture of P4, which is insane.
So they saying whatever P4 is doing is for the benefit of the Hoovers?
Yeah.
That's cap.
And they saying, I guess they're acknowledging he's not a Hoover, but he's engaged in Hoover activity.
That's cap.
Okay.
See, that's where they fumble at.
Yeah. I mean, every single indictment, when it's first introduced and first unsealed, has a lot of extras in it. It's just what it is. It's up to your lawyer now to start combating all of the, misinformation and the extras. And on page 22 is where the conspiracy is discussed. I'm just going to read a couple more paragraphs of this here. Beginning no later than in or around February 2021 and continuing through August 7th of 2025, within LA County, defendants Armstead, Young, all the defendants named, and others known and unknown to the grand jury, each employed by and associated with Hoover's enterprise and enterprise engaged and the activities which affected interstate and foreign commerce, knowingly and intentionally conspired to violate Title 18 United States Code. That is, to participate directly and indirectly of the affairs of Hoover Enterprise through a pattern of racketeering activity as associated Title 18. A pattern of racketeering consisted of dealing controlled substances, robbery, kidnapping, multiple acts indictable under Title 18, U.S. Code, Section 1591. There's a whole bunch of pages of different U.S. title codes. All right, here's the overt acts. These are the overt acts. I haven't read these overt acts yet. There's going to be a bunch of overt acts. I remember reading the Young Thug overt acts indictment. There was 180 overt acts, and like 90 of them was BS. Some of them were real, but half of them were BS. So let's just read a few of these overt acts. Overt act number 1. On an unknown date, at least 4 women were branded with tattoos of the defendant Armstead's moniker, Lady Duck. That's considered an overt act. So we got 4 chicks, and they got the pictures of the tattoos. Wow, this one chick tatted her butt on her cheek. Once the left side says lady, the right side says duck. Lady Duck. So that's considered an overt act. Overt act number 2. On an unknown date, at least 2 people were branded with tattoos of the defendant Amaako's moniker, Hands. So 2 photos of these tattoos, hands. So those 2 overt acts aren't illegal. So those are perfectly legal acts. On an unknown date, at least 3 people were branded with tattoos of a symbol wording the defendant Isrel's used to identify him. So they got these 3 photos of his monitor.
What do it say?
The figure way.
Okay.
The figure foe, figure way. So I guess his one of his AKAs was figure something. All right, overt act 4. On February 9th, 2021, while driving a car together, Armstead and Evans possessed with the intent to distribute promethazine, counterfeit oxycodone that in fact contained fentanyl, Xanax, a scale, and more than 9,000 cash. Now that's the first illegal overt act. That's overt act number 4. But let me go back to the beginning of the conspiracy where it says all the people indicted and others known and unknown to the grand jury. The ones that are known that are not named, you know who those are, right? Mm-hmm. Those are the ones that are telling. Mm-hmm. The ones that are known and unknown. So the ones that are known that are not named are telling. So they must have, this overt act number 3, somebody had to provide this
number
information.
3 was with the promethazine?
I'm sorry, overt act number 4. Yeah, on February,
okay.
With the date, February 9th, 2021, Armstead and Evans sold oxycodone.
So a redacted name.
They didn't even put the name. It just says, possessed with the intent to distribute. And a scale and more than 9,000. So that means Armstead and Evans was another person that's unnamed here that provided this information.
Unnamed or it ain't redacted?
It's not even redacted.
Okay,
no.
yeah, that's a CR.
Yeah. So somebody within the conspiracy between 2021 and 2025.
That was in that car.
Yeah, they was in the car. Because we know Armstead and Evans, they're indicted. They're not.
Right.
Okay, overt act 5. On April 18th, 2021, just like 2 months later, defendant Isrel physically assaulted his sex worker victim 1 in Vegas, Nevada, striking her with a closed fist in the back of the head. So victim 1 is the one that provided that. Her name is not provided here. Not even redacted. So victim 1 is telling. Overt Act 6 on May 16th, 2021. A month after that, a month after Overt Act 5, using coded messages on Instagram, defendant Isrel recruited an unidentified female to work for him, boasting that he was building a new stable of women and claiming that he had a problem with one of his previous sex workers. The unidentified female offered to beat up the problematic sex worker, but defendant Isrel, using coded language, advised that he would catch her and assault her himself. So that's just through subpoenaing, getting all the records from Meta. Isrel, if you did a lot of communicating on Instagram, they got all your messages, even the ones you deleted. So, Overt Act 6, May 31st, 2021, using coded language on Instagram, defendant Crockham posted a drug advertisement offering to sell oxycodone pills at 30 milligram strength. That's insane, Munchie. You publicly posting, I guess, an image saying, I got the oxy.
Right.
I got the oxy. Hit me up in my DM. And he probably, that's crazy. Using coded language, posted an advertisement. Yeah, so he basically posted, I got the oxy, using coded language. On August 29, 2021, using coded language on Instagram, defendant Crockham posted a drug advertisement offering to sell promethazine.
Oh yeah, he using his social media as a storefront.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So some of this stuff, you don't even need a snitch.
Right. Did it to yourself.
Yeah. November 4th, 2021, using coded language on text message, defendant Amoako ridiculed his unidentified sex worker or sex trafficking victim for thinking that she only needed to pay him one time and warned her to watch her mouth before he breaks her jaw. So that's his own text message. She could have provided that, though.
She did provide it.
Yeah. September 6th, 2021. It doesn't say if she's the same victim one from the previous Overt Act. September 6th, 2021. This is Overt Act 10. Using coded language on text now, defendant Amoako told an unidentified victim he would get her more condoms when she finished using the 3 she had. Over 11, September 26, 2021, using coded language, on Instagram, defendant Crockham posted a drug advertisement again to sell full prescription pint of promethazine with codeine for $1,400. Hey, Crockham is insane.
Right.
That's insanity.
No, yeah. He crazy on the social media.
Okay, so I'm going to pause it right there for now. What's your whole reaction to this so far?
Well, the pictures with all the monikers. So I wonder did they get they got that just having a warrant for social media and got it on their own, or did these females get pictures of this tat themselves?
Oh yeah, the tattoos.
Yeah, cause I think these females they cooperating. You know what I'm saying? Of course, and cause them text messages, the women have to get them up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some of these. We definitely have victim one, unidentified, the one that got slapped up in Vegas. She's cooperating.
And then whoever's in the car with Jay Smooth and Lady Duck, that person was in the vehicle.
Well, that's an assumption we're making because it's almost impossible.
Gotta be because
No.
Yeah, it's an assumption, but I'm saying gotta be in the car because you know the exact the drug, it was a scale, and then you know the approximate amount of money, but they was never caught with this.
So Armstead and Evans knows exactly.
They know who that was in the car.
They know who. What we're saying is someone in the car. I just want to be clear. Overt Act 4 doesn't say a third person was in the car.
No, that's just our assumption.
But it has to be somebody else there.
That was in let's see, because they know who that person was, and I don't believe that was a sex worker. I believe that might have been a Hoover member. That's just my guess. That's just what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Not fact or anything. But man, that's crazy.
Yeah, you got to know how to read between the lines when you're reading these indictments. Let me read Overt Act 16, May 15, 2022.
16? It go way to 16?
I mean, there's over.
Hold on. But where did you just stop at?
I stopped at 10.
Okay, now you about to skip the 16.
Yeah, I'm skipping the
all right,
16.
go ahead.
Yeah, Overt Act 16, May 5th, 2022. To promote his own reputation as a pimp and elevate his reputation of the Hoovers, defendant Crockham posted a photograph on Instagram showing him fanning a large amount of money. There's a crown emoji on the photograph indicating that defendant self-identifies as a pimp.
What's his hood name again?
Crockham's hood name is, let me go back to page 1 of this indictment, because there's too many people to memorize here. Crockham is the last one. Tommy Guns. That's Tommy Guns.
Yeah, Tommy tripping.
Yeah. But you know, a lot of this, it's a trip, because if I have old indictments, like from, let's say, I want to say I have some indictments from the late 90s, early 2000. There's no social media. So the legwork that the police got to do is much more rigorous.
Way more extensive.
All these feds got to do is sit on the internet and just watch everybody's Instagram. And then once they have probable cause, go to the judge and say, we want a warrant for all of his social media, because we really want the deleted stuff that we didn't get to see. The cops can't see the deleted stuff unless they get a warrant that's signed by a judge. And once they do that, it's a wrap. They're getting all your social media. They're getting all your private messages. And so far, this whole indictment is reading social media.
Well, I know for a fact that it's a division, the department of law enforcement that is solely for social media, and they watch social media around the clock. And I know that for a fact.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. But even to make their job even easier, they don't even have to watch the social media around the clock. They just got to know, all right, we're watching this guy. We're going to write his social media account down, and then we're going to request a warrant from a judge to get everything he posts, everything he deletes, all his DMs, and I'm going to go have dinner and have a cup of coffee. I don't got to watch it no more.
All right, for instance, okay, all right, when they, whatever years as well, they was on their injunction thing in the hood or whatever. They had these lists of all these names or whatever. And then they had, other than that paperwork, and some other paperwork, and it say, he rest in peace now, Baby Clayron post drugs, waits for a response, and to whoop drugs on the Twitter app, Baby Clayron Inglewood fan. Then it say, Munchie B threatens members of his hood and express how he wants to inflict, like, you know what I'm saying? This was like all in paperwork, how they was watching my Twitter, how I was threatening my homies and said what I want to do to them. And, you know what I'm saying? This was all it. And they was like, they watch all this shit. And then I was in the county jail one year, 2011. I get a pass to go to OSJ. They call it banks. I come out, boom, they give me a pass. It say medical with a pen. Medical is crossed out. Then it say OSJ written in pen. I'm like, what's this? Then I like just go. When I walk out to the hallway, I look back out the pass again. The sheriff poke his head out the door from the 3400 floor. Like, hey, go. So I'm walking. I go to this door. The door's to the right. Then I walk through the door. Then you go to a quick left. And you go up the stairs. It's real dark. You can't. So when I'm walking up the stairs, it was a police walking down the stairs. But we like about to run. Oh, the mayor. Oh, come on. They turn around, I follow them up the stairs. I go in the OSJ office. OSJ is Operation Safe Jail. They over the gangs in the county jail. When I walk in the OSJ office, it's a computer screen, and they on my Facebook, it say the mayor. It's me, the picture of me with a red beanie, twisted to the side, say IFG on the beanie. It's a picture. They was watching my Facebook. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they own there though. That's why if you look at my Facebook, my Instagram, all the people I bump heads with, I don't threaten nobody. I talk shit about them. I'll talk about they bullshit baby mama. If I hit that baby mama, you're a bunk. You never put in work. But I'll never threaten nobody on the internet ever, because I already know what it's made of.
All right, so I wanted to read some overt acts from victim 2, but before we do that, I got a clip. This is hit the media. Los Angeles local news has covered it. Let's play clip number 4.
A disturbing sex trafficking bust. Several suspected gang members arrested, accused of forcing young girls into prostitution. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for being with us. You're watching LA Live News Tonight. I'm Marla Tejas.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Christine Devine. Federal prosecutors here in LA say this is the first major takedown of a sex trafficking operation on that infamous Figueroa Street.
Fox 11's Chelsea Edwards spoke to the acting top prosecutor in our area about this bust, and she's live in Westwood tonight. Chelsea?
Yeah, well, this was a big bust. We're talking 11 alleged gang members, including 6 leaders of the Hoover criminal street gang, now indicted on these really disturbing charges. Take a look at some video. These are images that were mentioned in the indictment, things that they posted to social media. Prosecutors say the gang recruited girls as young as 14 years old, many of them runaways or kids from the foster care system. Federal officials say those victims were regularly raped and drugged, all while being forced into prostitution. The alleged ringleader, a 25-year-old woman named Amaya Armstead, who goes by Lady Duck. Prosecutors say she and her co-defendants acted as pimps, using social media to recruit vulnerable teens and young adults, then controlling them through violence, drugs, and intimidation. According to the indictment, victims who disobeyed were assaulted, humiliated, they were denied food or drugs, and in some cases, branded with tattoos of their traffickers' street names.
I mean, these guys were prolific. They were the ones recruiting these young women and children. They're ones out there selling them. They were out there enforcing by beating up these women and drugging them and raping them. And so today we're getting the worst of the worst people off the street, and there should be an impact on the community very quickly.
Federal prosecutors say the group controlled sex trafficking along a 3.5-mile section of Figueroa Street in South LA, known as the Figueroa Corridor, and they've been in control from February of 2021 until now. Tonight, we sat down with Lori Burns, a survivor who was trafficked into prostitution out of the foster care system as well. She has now made it her life's mission to save victims like the ones from this case, founding the Teen Project, which provides wraparound services to foster and at-risk young women. She believes the system is broken for everybody involved.
I am very sold on hurt people, because I see the girls, I know the stories of the men that have taken them, and it's all a failed system. It's all going to go back to the broken system, because a lot of the kids that you see on the street that were gang members were in the system themselves, whether they were in juvenile hall, group homes, or foster homes. They were in that broken system, and they came out unhealed, unhelped.
Now, 5 of those suspects pleaded not guilty today, and the trial has now been set for early October. And if convicted as charged, some could be facing life in prison. Reporting live from Westwood, I'm Chelsea Edwards, Fox 11 News.
Chelsea, I'm looking at those photos there, thinking of the industry of sex trafficking, and these suspects all seem fairly young.
Yeah, a lot of them, most of them, I would say in their early 20s, very young. And the ringleader, just 25 years old, and a woman as well. Experts say they often use women that are in the system themselves. They use them to get these younger girls to trust them before bringing them in to the same system that they're in. It's a horrible cycle.
Yeah, just a sick, sick industry. About the victims, do we have any idea how many there are, and are they all from the Southern California area?
Those are questions that were not answered today. Today, the focus was on the indictment and getting these people off the streets and into federal custody. So, no, we're waiting on details on where they are now and how they're doing.
All right. Glad we're bringing this to light, and good work by agents for sure. Okay, Chelsea, thanks so much.
That was a story from the local news. What did you think of that language from the news story?
Yeah, I don't like that verbiage. Multiple leaders. I don't like they say leader to make it seem more, you know what I'm saying, more serious than what things is. I'm not saying that child trafficking ain't a serious matter, but who said these people are leaders? Who said that?
Yeah. Well, it says here.
And then anytime, and that's what I'm saying. There's like a touchy subject, because you don't ever want to seem like you condoning this, right? But if somebody come, they say they come with a choosing fee, like they have to pay you to be down with you. How is it forced?
It doesn't matter if it's forced or not.
But that's the words they use, though.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying? But you know.
But I think legally, if someone's underage.
No, underage that's all the way out, period.
Yeah,
so I'm just taking the underage thing out of it. But when they talk about prostitution, period, they trying to lay it out how the pimping and hoeing thing go. You know, you have a pimp and then the hoe, she give you money if she want to be down with you, and then you need an exit fee. How are you forced to do anything if you paying to do it?
All right, so here's where it comes to age of consent. The feds have it at 18. California has it at 18, but in certain states,
16.
These women wouldn't even be considered minors.
So how do we go fed if that's the case?
Because the fed age is 18, but you know most U.S. states have it at 16, and they're alleging that these girls, quote unquote victims, are 16 and 17 years old.
I don't think the Fed should have jurisdiction over that if majority of the states, because it's less than 30. It's majority of the states you legal at 16.
Yeah,
we the minority with 18. I don't think the Fed should even have jurisdiction over when it kind of dealing with minors in that, because majority of the United States say you an adult at 16.
All right, well, let me read victim 2, unnamed. When you get to Overt Act 25, it says Defendant Amoako trafficked victim number 2 from 2022 to 2023. So Overt Act 25 is on April 6, 2022. Encoded text message, Defendant Amoako threatened victim 2, his sex trafficking victim, that he was watching her and that she better stay alert in the car where he saw her sitting. And then Overt Act 26, same under victim 2, on July 14, 2022, using coded text message, Defendant Amoako threatened victim 2, "I'ma fracture every bone in your face," quote unquote. Then he shifted to guilting her, asking, "You really gonna leave daddy in this cold world, knowing you all I got," quote unquote. Defendant Amoako also claimed that he elevated victim 2 every day. When Defendant Amoako did not receive his desired responses, he shifted back to threats, swearing on Hoover that he would remember this and adding, "Fuck yo bitch, die out here on the blade, and hope a trick rape and kill you, leave you on the side of the freeway," quote unquote. He also threatened to kick down victim number 2's mother's door and noted the apartment number to show he knew where mama lived. When victim 2 said she would go to the police, Defendant Amoako threatened to have her assaulted for snitching and vowed he would wire her jaw shut. He further threatened, "Yeah, better watch your dates, might be your last one." So that's a whole nother victim, separate from victim number 2. That's victim 2.
Yeah, so clearly the victims is giving up their phones and letting the police see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you get to Overt Act number 30, we get to victim number 3. Between December 1.
This is all the Amoako victims?
This one is Isrel. Isrel is victim number 3.
So these victims ain't to the same person?
No.
Okay.
December 1, 2022 to February 17th, 2025, Defendant Isrel trafficked adult victim 3. So this is not a minor. It doesn't state if victim number 2 is adult or minor. It just says victim number 2. But victim number 3 is clearly an adult under Isrel, and he sex trafficked her through threats or force, fraud, or coercion. Overt Act 31 on May 9th, 2023 in Vegas, victim 3 got into her car as she was attempting to leave Defendant Isrel. He threw a large alcohol bottle through her rear passenger window. Overt Act 32 on November 17, 2023, using coded message on Instagram, Defendant Isrel directed victim 3 to rob a John in Vegas. Victim 3 informed Defendant Isrel that the John had a Rolex watch. She said that she would also take $1,750 in chips, $2,800 in cash, and $450 in Apple Pay. Victim 3 confirmed that the John took the watch off and she got it. So that's victim 3. All overt acts up to all the overt acts up to 40. I'm gonna say up to 46. All involve victim 3 and Isrel. And let's see, victim number 4 starts at Overt Act 47 under Defendant Evans. Evans trafficked victim 4 through threats, force, and intimidation. That's number Overt Act 47. And then Overt Act 48. On an unknown date, victim 4 was branded with tattoo J $, in reference to Defendant Evans' moniker on her face. During part or all of the time when Defendant Evans trafficked victim number 4, she shared her location via cell phone with Defendant Evans. So that's victim number 4 under Evans, and that goes all the way up to Overt Act 55. When you get to Overt Act 56, they get to talking about the enterprise. Well, I'll jump to Overt Act 73 because that's where victim 5 comes in. Amoako sex track victim 5. On an unknown date, victim 5 was branded with tattoo hands secure payments in reference to Defendant Amoako's moniker on her buttocks. So some of these victims are going to be easily identified.
Yeah, but Amoako kind of stupid, bro. You know, and feel for that nigga. Like, whoever Amoako is, he just dumb. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Overt Act 74. On June 21st, 2023, Amoako and victim 5 had an argument. Victim 5 briefly left defendant. Over coded text, Defendant Amoako told victim 5 that she had not given him a chance, implored her to come back, and told her to tell the people who picked her up that he would give them gas money to return her. Victim 5 ultimately replied, "I'm sorry, daddy," quote unquote, and promised that she was not leaving him. Preparing for her for more sex work, Defendant Amoako ordered victim 5 would get waxed and have her hair and nails done, and that they had a mission to accomplish. So she's victim 5 are all the overt acts up to 78 under Amoako. Then there's another victim, victim 6.
It's gonna be up, man. You know how many? What you mean? Why you say damn like you surprised?
I didn't know
you know how many suspects it is.
Yeah, I didn't. We're reading this fresh. This is
okay.
This is a fresh read, so I haven't read over this.
Yeah, but I know it's a lot of suspects, so it's gonna be a lot of victims.
Yeah, so victim 6 starts at Overt Act 79. In and around July 23, Defendant Robinson sex trafficked victim 7, 16-year-old girl. Overt Act 89. In and around July 23rd, Defendant Robinson had sexual intercourse with the same 16-year-old girl. So the whole section here that starts on page 42 is Robinson and the victim 7, which is a 16-year-old. So that quite possibly could be somebody that we've been hearing rumors about. Victim 7, and then victim 8 is under Defendant Phillips. Phillips directed.
What's P4 last name?
P4 last name is he's Darrell. Let me see. What is his first name? Darrell. I forget his last name. Let me see here. We'll come back to page 42 because I did hear a rumor that P4
because Nova is she 15, not 16.
And this is 2023. How old was she?
She 15 now.
Okay, I thought she's 15 now. Okay,
I might be wrong. No, I might be wrong.
I remember her being 14. But she could be 15 or 16 now.
Okay.
It's been P4K is Robinson. So
okay.
P4K is Robinson.
Okay.
And these are all alleged, y'all. These are all alleged. So they haven't went to court. Nothing has been proven.
And that 16-year-old victim what?
Okay, so it was page 42. Defendant Robinson. That's P4K. Damn.
And the victim was 16.
Victim number 7 is 16.
And then the first thing, I know the second one is that she had sex, and the first one was what? He did what?
Okay, so Overt Act 88. In and around July 23, Robinson sex trafficked victim 7, 16 years old.
Okay.
So we know that can't be Nova because this is 2 years ago, 2023.
She was 16 to 2023.
No, Nova was like 14 last year.
No, I'm talking about this victim.
Yeah, this victim was 16 in 2023.
That's not the same person for sure.
But also, this is not to make any excuses, but Robinson, aka P4, bro is young himself. Let me do the math on this real quick. I believe right now he's 24. So 2 years ago he was 22. So yeah, that's still illegal. 22 and 16 is still illegal. That's how many years is that? That's a 6-year age gap. What's crazy is if a 25-year-old and a 31, that's good, right? That's all legal.
Yeah, that's all hypothetical though. I mean,
yeah, but But at the time of this investigation in July of 2023,
16 and 22.
P4 was 22. He might, depending on what month his birthday is, he might have been 21. I don't know what month he's born. But yeah, Overt Act 89 is July 23. Robinson has sexual intercourse with victim 7, who's 16. And then Overt Act 90, in and around July 23, Defendant Robinson told victim 7 that she had to pay him $2,500 in order for him to pimp her. And that she must make $1,000 per day through Commercial Sex Act. Overt Act 91, in and around July 2023, Robinson told victim 7 he would physically assault her if she did not make $1,000. So all of these overt acts are victim 7 under Robinson, and that's P4. And there is a victim 8, which comes under Phillips. There is a victim 9 that also comes up under Phillips.
No, it's gonna go on forever, bro.
Yeah. So yeah, if you guys are interested in this indictment, it's the latest Los Angeles gang indictment, man. All right, man. So we'll wrap that up here. What you got going on the new Munchie B channel, man?
Oh man, I'll do some re-uploads from my last channel, and then I got some new content dropping soon. So it's more over Money TV. Everybody tap in.
And then the studio you use, they moved locations, so it might not look the same.
Yeah,
when you shoot new content,
it's a bit different scenery type. Get up, yeah.
It ain't like you went underground and you went some secret bunker somewhere.
Nah.
Okay. And I'm at Alex Alonso 101 on all social media platforms, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. And you can listen to this episode if you don't have the time to watch it on Apple, Spotify, iHeart, and all the clips will be on the StreetTV YouTube channel. And we out.